Okay, so welcome back to my new video. This video, I'm going to talk about how we can install Jenkins in Kubernetes. Okay, so I'm going to search from Google Jenkins. And then with the first link, I'm going to click on Jenkins. And as you can see, it's a leading open source automation server. And Jenkins provides hundreds of plugins to support building, deploying, and also automating any software project. So I'm going to, if you click on plugins, you can search for plugins here. Let's say Kubernetes. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of plugins you can play with, but that is not the focus. So I'm going to go to documentations. Click on document or getting documentation, right? Okay, so there are so many ways to install Jenkins on whatever platform you're using. So I'm going to click on install Jenkins. As you can see, you can install it on Docker, Kubernetes, Linux, Mac OS, Windows, and so forth. So I'm going to choose Kubernetes. And there's a whole bunch of ways of creating or installing Jenkins. So you can either use the Minikube cluster, you create a namespace, you can install with Helm chart, but with Helm chart, you need to create persistent volume to store your data, else you'll lose it. And also you need to create a service account, which provides an identity for ports. So anytime you create a namespace, it automatically comes with a default service account in that namespace. So with this, you can install with other methods like installing Jenkins with YAML files, which I'm going to do. So if you click on this content, you're going to get a deployment file. And as well as with the service file, if you click on this, you're going to get a service file. So let me, I've already opened it. So you can see it's a deployment with one replica set. The image is this. It's running on container port 8080. And it's mounting a volume inside a container. So this type of volume is called empty there, which is a temporary volume. Once you terminate your Jenkins application that is running on your Kubernetes, you lose all the data. Okay, so this volume Jenkins home is mounted into this container on this mount path. Okay, so and also the service, it will enable you to expose your Jenkins to the outside world. So you either go with the node port or load balancer, but I'm going to change this from node port to a load balancer. So let me jump into my terminal. So if I cut Jenkins service, you can see that I change it to load balancer instead of node port, because I want the public IP address so that I can run it from my web browser. And so I'm going to install these two YAML files. So I'm going to say, okay, before then I need to create a namespace, which I'm going to call Jenkins. And then I'm going to switch to this namespace called Jenkins. So as you can see, we have Jenkins as the selected one. So I'm going to say kubectl apply -f dot. So whatever file that is in this directory will be installed. So I'm going to run that. So you can see the deployment and then the service is being installed. So I'm going to say kubectl get all. So as you can see, the Jenkins pod is running with one replica set, and then the external IP address is pending. Get pod wait. Okay. Okay, so now as you can see, we have the external IP address, and it's of type load balancer, and then it's running on port 8080. Okay, so I'm going to copy this IP address. Okay, before then, let's get the logs. kubectl get logs for this port. We want to get a password that we can use to log in. No, I think it's a wrong command, so I'm going to cancel it. So I'm going to say kubectl logs. And as you can see, this is our password that we are going to use to log in. You can also exec into this pod, and then you cut this directory. So let's try this and see. I'm going to say exec it, and then it's going to be --bash. So now we are in the, I'm going to copy this path. I'm going to say clear. So I'm going to say cut. You see, so this is the password. So I'm just going to copy that and exit from that. So as you can see, the password matches this one. Okay. So I'm going to copy that. Okay, let me copy the IP address first. So get all. So this is the IP address. So let me switch back to my browser. Paste the IP address on port 8080. So as you can see, we get this browser, and I'm going to grab my password. I'm going to paste in the password and then continue. So I'm going to select the suggested plugins. And this is going to take a little bit of time. So I'm going to pause the video and wait. Yeah, so it has finished installing all the plugins. So I'm not going to create a new account for a new admin. So I'm just going to skip and continue as the admin. And then I'm going to maintain this Jenkins URL, save and finish, start using Jenkins. Yeah, so basically this is Jenkins. So I'm going to create a new item, which I'm going to call it Cube app. And then I'm going to select freestyle project. Then okay. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of stuff that we can do here, but I'm not going to go in that direction. So what I'm just going to show you is how you can trigger one simple Jenkins. So I'm going to select, you can give a description, just an example. Okay, it's not going to be a GitHub project, so I'm not going to select any of this. So I'm going to trigger build periodically. Then I'm going to put in 5 stars, meaning every minute I want to trigger something. I'm going to select build step execute shell. Execute shell, I'm just going to say echo hello world Jenkins. That's all I want to execute to the based on every 1 minute. Yeah, so basically that is it. So I'm going to save. There's an error. Periodically. Star. Execute shell. Echo hello world Jenkins. Okay, let me apply this first. Not sure why this error, but let me take out the 1 and see how many stars. 5 stars. Okay, apply. Says an internal error. Okay, let me reload the page first. And then apply the same error. Okay, so I'm just going to ignore periodically and save this. Okay, so once I save this, you can see this. So if I build now, okay, save. Go to this app. Okay, so as I click on it several times, you see, you're going to see the build. So each time I click on build now, you can see all the builds. I'm going to click on build number 5 and then click on console output. You can see the output is hello world Jenkins. So if I go back and click on build number 4 and console output, you see the output here. I'd wanted to simulate this, but I'm not too sure why. Build periodically. Star. 5 star, meaning every 1 minute. Save this. Okay, the same error. So let me just ignore that for now. Okay, save. For some reason, Okay, let me go back. Run build now again. So you see build number 6. Console output. This is the result. Yeah, so this is just a basic intro to Jenkins. Not too sure why it kept crashing for some reason, and I just need to fix this. I'm going to look into it, but you can see we have 6 builds. 22 seconds ago. This is the name of our pipeline. Okay. Yeah, so basically that is all for Jenkins. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.